Kiman, basically anything you want to talk about, we are ready to listen. Here's your guest host, Charles Glidden.
Coming up this afternoon, we meet the beautiful ladies vying for the title of Miss Universe Cayman. And we also hear about a petition to block the Vibes Cartel concert. But before that, we have open lines, so pick up the phone and give me a call. Express yourself. Talk Today's next. Stay with me.
Avoid any statements or comments which are abusive, derogatory, malicious, or defamatory. Do not use indecent language or make any statement that is false or misleading. Call 1-800-534-8255, 949-6990, 949-8037, or WhatsApp us on 925-3261.
Email Talk Today at candw.ky. Let your voice be heard.
And now, back to Sterling Dwayne Ebanks, Radio Cayman Talk Today.
Yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Sterling Dwayne Ebanks. I am not. All right, well, looks like the old computer went back in time. Something threw us back. Maybe over a year ago. I'm Charles Glidden. Yes, that's who I am. At least last time I checked. And welcome to Talk Today. Good afternoon. I hope you're having a great day. It's kind of rainy here in Georgetown. Definitely overcast skies. I don't know how long the rain is going to hold up, but those clouds look kind of heavy out there as I was walking through the parking lot. So, we'll probably have some rain here in town. And I hope you had a good weekend. Did you have a good time Saturday, huh? Did you go to Bottomanu, winding up out there on the road? I saw some video posted online. Looks like a lot of people were out there showing off their thing. Yeah. Saw Sheena Hurlston, my old cohort from Cayman 27 Days. Yeah, she was definitely having a good time. And she loves carnival. Yeah, jump up, road march, and she always enjoys herself at these things. But yeah, people are out there. I even saw a lady, a video of a pregnant lady. You know, she was in her thing and showing off the beauty of pregnancy. Yeah. I mean, my goodness, it wasn't that long ago, that women were hiding their pregnancy, right? Even if they were married, they didn't want to show that bump. They didn't want to show that belly. I remember women had to even get special clothing. Do you remember this? The smock? I think that's what it's called. Yeah, the smock. That huge amount of cloth that they required pregnant women to wear way back then. Sort of was like they were wearing, like a tablecloth or a curtain or a bed sheet or something, trying to hide their pregnancy. But no, not today. When I was a kid, I don't even know if my memory is serving me correctly now. When I was a kid, I don't think we were even allowed to say the word pregnant. That was like, you don't say that. No. But today, hey, women are, they're proud. They get pregnant and they're proud of it. And it's like they're not hiding anything. There's like they're going to be a mom, and hey, that's a natural course of things, right? They're like, hey, everybody, I'm pregnant, and that's good. Why hide that you're pregnant, right? It's all part of life. It's the beginning of life, actually. Norms and conventions constantly changing, but some people can't deal with it. Some people can deal with it. Some people get all bent out of shape, but life goes on without you or with you, whichever you choose. It is open line up until 1 o'clock. So pick up the phone, give me a shout. You can express yourself. Let's talk about what's on your mind. What's on your mind? Numbers to call: 1-800-534-8255. That is, of course, courtesy of Flo. Won't cost you any credit there. 949-8037, or you can also call 949-6990. And if you prefer WhatsApp, you can reach us on 925-3261. You can drop us a message or, give a call, whichever you prefer. We will proceed to engage with you. So we do have some callers on the line now. So let's take a call. Good afternoon. You're on the air with Talk Today.
Good afternoon, Mr. Charles.
Yes, how are you doing?
Oh, not bad.
What's up?
Just thinking about other people, and then what they have been going through and what they're still going through, probably. So I put together and developed a little poem. It's entitled "A Prayer for Cuba."
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. We pray that Cuba gets the help it needs. We pray also that men in leadership plant good seeds. Blessed are those who consider the poor, the Bible says. Ask and you shall receive. Let us consider mending our ways. Just think of it. Consider being nice to those people. Blessings will follow you, lots of blessings, not just a couple. My wish is for a revival for the poor in different lands. Let us be considerate toward many a child, woman, and man. You will be rewarded for the good works that you perform. Greatly blessed from generation to generation, not just you alone. Let us be a part of leadership that commit to fixing things. I believe that when we fix things, people and good angels sing. So let us be good to our neighbors and others at distance, and to more often remember our great God's existence. Pray for Cuba also, and decide to perform good works. Let us be considerate, mend our ways, and put God first. Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Brown.
All right.
Thank you very much for those poetic words. Very nice.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
And let's hope they get the help that they need, indeed. All right.
Yes.
We have two more callers on the line, but I got to take a break, so just hang in there for me.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning. Ouch! When it comes to urgent care, every second counts. At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
Did you know that you can send money transfers to financial institutions anywhere in Jamaica with JN Money?
You mean I can send money straight to my account and cut out the middleman?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. You send your own money to your own account, giving you peace of mind that the money is in your account.
JN Money Transfers to Financial Institution is another convenient service offered by JN Money. You can have this done from any JN Money location. Deposit your money straight to your account without the hassle of asking someone to do it for you. JN Money Transfers to Financial Institutions, making life easier.
Wouldn't it have been grand if you had purchased land 30 years ago? It may not be 2020, but a perfect vision has never been more clear. Caymanbrack and Little Cayman, poised for growth with an eye on the future. Your land, your history, your future. Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
Yo, what you saying? This is Emlito, local Cayman artist. I want to give a big shout out and congratulations to Radio Cayman on their 50th anniversary. Growing up, Radio Cayman really opened my ears to so many different styles of music and inspired my journey as an artist. Back when I was part of CBR and DLS, they gave us a platform to be heard and grow, especially through shows like Local Sound Nation and people like Will Sinatra supporting local talent. Much respect and appreciation. Wishing you many more years to come.
Sweetest place under the sun.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back. Let's go straight to the phone lines. We got a couple of callers on there. Good afternoon. You're on the air with Talk Today.
Hello, Chalo.
Yes.
Happy Monday to you, man.
Same to you. You had a good weekend?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I think it was Rihanna from Barbados that came out there with the pregnancy. At a Super Bowl about 2 years ago, man. But you know, I don't know how much higher she can get, but she's really a superstar, man, you know.
Oh, she is. If there's a definition of one, she carries it.
Yeah, man. We all Caribbean people, man, so we love her too, you know. Very much, man. So, yeah, she looked so cute with it. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Whatever makes you feel good, you just do it.
As long as it's not hurting anybody, right?
Yeah, that's right, man. Yeah, man, I'm just going to hold on and just wait for your girls to come on there. Listen to those girls speak today, you know?
Yeah, they're scheduled to come on right after the news at 1.
Yeah, man, yeah. All right, later.
All right, take care. Thanks for the call. We have another caller on there. Good afternoon. Oh, the other caller's gone? Oh, okay. So, yes, we are expecting to meet the 6 contestants, and they will be coming on in the second part of the show at 1 o'clock, or, well, just after the 1 o'clock news there. And we'll be talking to the 6 contestants that are in the Miss Universe Cayman Islands contest that's coming up in July. And everybody kind of perked up, Friday afternoon and over the weekend with the news that the BA flight that was coming in Friday afternoon was being held in Nassau because 2 passengers were exhibiting, some symptoms notably fever. And so Nassau had put in their, they activated their health protocols, all because of, what's happening in Africa, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and also in Uganda also. And apparently those passengers had travel history to those areas and were then having fever during the flight. And so they delayed the flight, then eventually canceled. It was canceled, and all the passengers went through some protocol there. And I tried to get some update on what's the current situation there is this morning on the internet, but I couldn't find anything that I could, say this is the situation there with those two people. Just the same story that they had been, put in isolation. Actually, it was one report was saying one of them were in isolation, but a lot of people were worried about their folks, that were headed to Cayman, and now they were, in Nassau, had to spend the night in Nassau, and then came home the next day. So a lot of people were, kind of anxious about what were happening to their relatives or friends who were headed back to Cayman. But they all are home now, back here. The Ministry of Health, Environment, and Sustainability confirmed that passengers on that Friday flight, the Friday BA flight bound for Grand Cayman, have safely arrived back at Owen Roberts International. And that was a statement from the ministry this morning. So it's headline, MHES update, a coordinated public health response supports safe arrival and screening of BA 253 passengers. So thank God they're, home. And on the face of it, healthy. They also had to, as they came in here, went through some health protocols. They were asked to complete a health questionnaire and provide confirmation of their contact details. This will enable public health officials to, follow up and maintain appropriate monitoring and surveillance during the coming days to see if anything develops from these passengers, and hopefully not. And from my understanding of it, the risk is low because unlike COVID, Ebola is not airborne. That was the scary thing about COVID. It was in the air. It just could be floating around, and you breathe it in. That was the part that got you, because you couldn't see it, but it was there. But fortunately, Ebola is not airborne. You, in fact, have to have very close contact with the people, including having contact with bodily fluids. So, not as easy to transmit from one person to the other as what we had during COVID. You have to, be almost in intimate contact with someone who is infected. And also, what this release here was saying, that it cannot be transmission is only possible once a person has the symptoms once they're symptomatic, then it can be transmitted. But even though they may be carrying it around, what takes take quite a while to develop. Also, 2 to what was it? I think it was 2 to 21 days. Was it? It has quite a span, but it is not cannot be transmitted until the person actually has symptoms, such as a fever. Let's say I think they had some of the symptoms listed here. Let me see if I can find that. Yes. First it says, yes, symptoms may appear between 2 and 21 days after exposure and can include fever, severe headache, muscle pain and weakness, fatigue, vomiting and diarrhea, abdominal pain, unexplained internal or external bleeding or bruising. And the public are encouraged to practice good hand hygiene, avoid direct contact with bodily fluids of individuals who are unwell, and seek medical advice if they developed symptoms following a recent travel to affected areas or contact with a suspected case. And it's worrisome because there's no vaccine for this particular strain of Ebola that has broken out in the Democratic Republic of Congo and Uganda. And, those places have gone through this, before. And it's really heartbreaking to see what happens when Ebola, raises its head once again in those places, because people are, there's so little that can be done once they are infected, and they don't even want to release the bodies of those who have passed away from Ebola. And that's causing a big conflict with, some of the relatives. I saw something the other day where some young men had stormed a medical facility because they wanted the remains of their relatives who had died from Ebola, and they were not releasing the bodies, because certain protocols had to be put in place and practiced, because even in death there was the possibility of transmitting it if you're actually dealing with the body. And of course they have their very specific ways of handling a dead body in those societies, and to prepare them for burial according to their own traditions and conventions. And in doing so, they can actually catch Ebola. So that's why they, don't just release bodies when a person passes away. We have a caller on the line. Let's go to the phones. Good afternoon. You're on the air with Talk Today.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hi.
What's happening with the weather?
It's that time of year.
Getting it all?
Georgetown getting it all? Well, you got clear skies where you are?
Oh, yeah, sort of, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, we had some heavy clouds hanging over us as I was walking into the station.
Mm-hmm. Yes, oh, Charlo, what has he become?
What's happening now?
What's happening now?
Yeah.
Well, you tell me. You on the radio, you should know everything.
But you sounded
I
like
guess not.
you sounded as if something had, what have you become? Is something had happened that made you say that?
Yeah. Well, look at our turtle meat. Look at what that has become.
You can't get any turtle meat.
Charlotte, don't play no games with me.
Well, I'm not playing games. I'm trying to have a talk.
Try to have a talk. I don't know if you'll get any more after what happened last week.
What happened?
Charlotte, are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, you never heard about the situation at the turtle farm?
Oh, you mean the situation where the man was attacked? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. To a degree, I'm just saying that this is not the end of this. Like I told you the other day, I said, with this turtle meat, things can happen because, like I say, this is our national dish, and it's getting more and more tense when you're trying to get a little piece of this meat. So I don't know if I told you this or I drained this or what, but we're gonna have to put some sort of restrictions on the turtle meat, like how we got in the lobster account, because we cannot get enough turtle meat to supply the island. We can't, or we got it and we're not doing it. I don't know what the problem is, but it seems like it's not enough turtle meat to distribute to the whole Cayman Island when it's wanted. I'm not just talking about restaurants. I'm talking about homes and restaurants and everybody who wants a piece of turtle meat.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I gather right now that you're not interested in this conversation, so we'll just change it.
Well, I'm listening. I mean, I've never tried to buy turtle meat from the Turtle Center, so I'm not really aware of what's going on there as far as the supply.
Well, didn't I came to you?
Yeah, and some people someone had also text after that conversation saying that you have to place an order, and they tell you when to come pick it up. I don't,
Yeah. But okay, this we have to place. Let you know what, Charlo. Let's change that subject because I'm not gonna get very tense right now, and my conversation on top of your conversation about that turtle farm is not gonna equal up. So we gotta leave that alone. We going to just leave that turtle farm alone. Charlo, who are we building for in this Cayman Island?
Well, I hear people asking that question. We're building for the Cayman economy.
Building for the Cayman economy. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
growth. You have to have growth.
Pardon?
But maybe we've had too much growth.
Probably got too much growth.
I said maybe we've had too much too quickly.
Yeah, definitely. No two ways about that. Too quickly. And some sort of line had to be drawn somewhere down the line because the growth, who's gonna enjoy and benefit from the growth? Charlo, that is Cayman concern. Who's going to benefit?
Well, I'm sure some Caymanians will benefit from it. And also remember, we're thinking about today, but we also have to think about the Cayman in the future. You got young people that are going to be, becoming adults and having to make a living in Cayman in the future.
We got a lot of kids coming out of school this year in graduation. And Charlo, if whoever that needs to do it was go back and do a survey right now on the last 5 years to see how many Caymanians has gotten a job in this island with all of these graduations in the last 5 years. CCC, government, and the other private schools that graduated children. That graduation goes on every year from these places. Government, John Grier alone So we'll have over 1,500 people, 1,000 people per year graduating, not mentioning Clifton Hunter.
Yeah, well, you're not going to get very much with just a high school education.
But you didn't let me finish. The thing with it, them graduating, some may not go back to school, but I'm quite sure there's a job they can hold. And if they do go back to do college, and when they come back, there's a 6-40 chance of them getting a job back here in the island, because all you can hear, they're underqualified, they're overqualified, and the positions is already full with some work permit or some Cayman status holder.
Well, I think some of the measures that the new government, this present government has taken, is going to address and fix some of that. Because if people who are away now in scholarships, there is a database of what they're studying, when they're expected to be finished, and that information is going to be available to work. So when they're granting work permits, they're going to know the Cayman workforce possibility of finding someone in that workforce to fill that post.
So all of those that we got overseas now that would become like the Cayman to work in the future, they have a job to a degree guarantee. Say this government is over in 3 years, it's going to be something in black and white that they're going to hold up for these that will be coming home. Say probably right after this 3 years of election that these guys have.
No, I don't think it's guaranteed. I think they still have to be vetted. Because just because you got a degree doesn't mean that you're the kind of person that someone wants to hire.
Oh, you know what?
Having a degree is definitely an important step, but there's more to being hired than just having the right piece of paper.
So tell me something. I just feel right now about a Caymanian being in a good post here in this island. What would your intake on that?
Say that again?
What would be your intake of a Caymanian getting a good job right now in this island with a good degree or a no degree? What is your intake on that? What would you have to say about that? More power to them? Would you say more power to them that they got into a good job?
Yeah. If they got a good job, more power to them.
You know what? It's 12:50. I gotta you go and get some more. Charlotte, today not mean your day. We'll talk another day. Bye.
Bye. Let's take a break. Be right back.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
The 7 a.m. Sports Report, brought to you by Dr. Wayne Porter, offering a full-service dermatology and dermatological surgery practice. Call 946-9020 to book your appointment today.
The 615 Weather Report, Monday through Friday, is proudly sponsored by CG Britcay. Insurance, health, pensions, life, where people come first.
The Ministry of Education and Training invites eligible Caymanians to apply for a local scholarship for the 2026-2027 academic year. If you haven't applied yet, you still have time. The deadline has been extended to Sunday, 31st of May, 2026. To apply or learn more about the various scholarship offerings, please visit www.moescholarships.gov.ky. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Education and Training.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back. And, Yeah, I do believe that some of the measures that have been put in place by the current government and the Minister for Caymanian Employment and Immigration, as far as making sure that Caymanians have better opportunity than they have in the past of, getting hired, will be very helpful. And I think we'll see some results in that as time goes on. And one of the things that is, coordinating information, excuse me, and knowing who is, going to be returning to Cayman in a month or 6 months with a certain qualification. And, all this the information was never available to people who were deciding whether to grant a work permit to someone or not. But if a work permit is being taken out, like right now in May, someone has applied, and you know that someone's graduating from university this month and will be available for employment in Cayman in June, you can say, no, we can't hold this. We got to wait. Let's wait and see if this young lady or this young man can be hired for this job, if they would like to apply for that job, because, they're graduating this month and will be home soon. That kind of thing was never available in the past. And yes, people would come home and, have to start making the rounds on their own and applying. With meanwhile, people are being granted a work permit just the week before they came home for a position that they could have filled. And just to elaborate on what I was saying before we went to the break there, that having the degree, of course, is one thing and a very important step to take in getting a job that requires certain qualifications. But because you have the degree doesn't mean that you're guaranteed a job. That nowhere do you go that you are guaranteed a job because you have a degree. I mean, you can have the degree, but then you come into interview, and as the interview progresses, the people conducting the interview with you realize that, yeah, you have a degree, but, we don't see you as being a person who can really contribute to what we do here. You get that impression that you make during an interview is one of the most important things. And someone who has a bad attitude, they answer questions in a certain way. They, are flippant, or they act very arrogant. It's not going to be as acceptable to a person doing the hiring as someone who also has a degree, but you get that impression that they are very much a team player. They have ideas. They already know about your company. They are telling you things that they have done in school that makes them a great candidate. And you just know that that person is a person that you want to be on your team. Whereas the other guy, you're like, no, he's not going to work out. I can just tell by the attitude that he has that he's not going to be a team player. That's what the interview is all about, is finding out a little bit about the person that is applying for this job, because a degree tells you nothing about the kind of person that you are going to be taking on. All it tells you is that they went to school and successfully passed their test, and they got a degree. Are they a person with good innovative thinking? That's what the interview reveals. The mindset of the person. Are they a person that can solve a problem? Do they have any kind of leadership abilities? The degree doesn't tell you that. It is 1 o'clock, and that means it's time to check in with the newsroom. Let's see what's making news.
If they are talking about us,
living in your head rent-free all this time,
we must be relevant. Radio Cayman since 1976. From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
The Headline News is brought to you by Kirk Market and Health Services Authority.
With your latest headlines, I'm Elizabeth Charles. The Cayman Islands Breastfeeding Support Group is hosting its third annual conference on October 1st and 2nd, focused on strengthening breastfeeding support in the Cayman Islands, announced today. In information released by the group, the conference will center on the theme Breastfeeding for the Sustainable Start in Life, Strengthen What Works. Sessions are designed primarily for healthcare professionals, with an added workshop for expectant parents and those who are breastfeeding. Organizers say the conference will provide evidence-based, updated knowledge and skills for healthcare providers and breastfeeding supporters to share with mothers. It will also offer continuing education hours required for annual licensing for healthcare professionals. In international news, Iran's top negotiator and foreign minister are in Doha meeting Qatar's prime minister on a potential deal with the United States to end the 3-month-old war. Discussions center on reopening the Strait of Hormuz, reducing Iran's stockpile of highly enriched uranium, and the possible release of frozen Iranian funds. In New Delhi, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said Washington would give diplomacy every chance before considering another way of dealing with Iran, and spoke of a pretty solid thing on the table for Iran to open the strait and enter time-limited nuclear talks. In other news, Russia's threatening new systematic strikes on Kiev, targeting what it calls decision-making centers, command posts, and drone factories. The ministry has urged foreign nationals and diplomats to leave the Ukrainian capital as soon as possible, and warned civilians to stay away from administrative and military buildings after weekend attacks killed 4 and injured about 100 people, President Volodymyr Zelensky has said. Those are the latest headlines. I'm Elizabeth Charles.
Radio Cayman. More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Your Cayman Islands Health Services Authority has been the national healthcare provider of the Cayman Islands for many generations. We have elevated our level of care to ensure you, our patients, have the best possible experience. We offer better access to care close to home with the most locations on all 3 islands, delivering a full range of primary, secondary, tertiary, and emergency care. HSA is a JCI accredited organization, and we are committed to caring for you.
Radio Cayman is pleased to feature this special Sister Islands historical vignette brought to you by the Ministry of District Administration and Lands. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your Sister Islands.
Avernale Zini Foster Scott, 1915 to 2001. Miss Zini was born on Cayman Brac to Captain Bertie and Huldah Foster, the eldest of 7 children. From a young age, she helped her parents rear her younger siblings. In 1933, she married Captain Clyde Scott. Together, Miss Zini and Captain Clyde, along with their 9 children, raised cattle and crops, exported coconuts and thatch rope, owned and operated a general store, gasoline pump, and soft drink bottling plant, and were pioneers in the heavy equipment business, having established Scott Development Company in 1964. Although she had only a primary education, her natural leadership, business acumen, integrity, honesty, and ambition made her one of Cayman Brac's most successful women. Miss Zina worked in her office and until her early 80s and continued to sign the company's checks until a few weeks before her death. She was recognized by the Cayman Islands Real Estate Brokers Association in 1995 and received the Distinguished Woman Award from the Minister of Women's Affairs in 1999. Shortly before her death, she was awarded the Certificate and Badge of Honor.
Radio Cayman is pleased to feature this special Sister Islands historical vignette brought to you by the Ministry of District Administration and Lands. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your Sister Islands.
For 50 years, Radio Cayman has been the heartbeat of our islands, bringing you the news, the music, and those moments that matter most and more.
From the vinyl days to the digital way.
And now, it's time to celebrate you. This Thursday and Friday, we're giving away exciting prizes on air as we continue to mark 50 years strong. Tune in, listen out for your cue, and you could be walking away with something special just for being a part of our journey. Thank you, Cayman Islands, for 50 incredible years. Radio Cayman, yesterday, today, and the next 50.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back, and let's take a look at the weather here. It is 83 degrees in Georgetown, feels like 91. We can expect afternoon showers. And let's see what the forecast is holding for later on this evening. The forecast for tonight, occasionally cloudy with a 60% chance of showers and isolated thunderstorms after midnight. Temperatures will fall near the upper 70s. Winds will be east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots. Seas will be moderate with wave heights of 3 to 5 feet. Sunset at 6:56 p.m. And the Miss Universe Cayman Islands is coming up in July. And this afternoon we meet 6 of the beautiful ladies that will be vying for the privilege of wearing that title. In the studio with me now are Leanne Powery, who is with the volunteer committee, and the first 3 of our 6 Miss Universe Cayman Islands contestants. Ladies, good afternoon. Welcome to the studio.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So, Leanne, is this something that you've just started, or you've been with the committee for a while now?
So I'm a former Miss Universe Cayman Islands.
Okay.
Yeah, so 2023 to 2024. But I've helped out within the volunteer committee for a few months now. Did some chaperoning here and there, so I help out where I can. So today's opportunity is to be with these beautiful young ladies who you'll get to meet soon, who are vying for the crown of Miss Universe Cayman Islands 2026.
Yeah. So exactly when is the contest?
So it's actually July the 11th at Pedro St. James, which is the birthplace of democracy in Borden Town. And I think it's going to be a beautiful location. It's going to be outdoors, under the stars. And this year's theme is Starlit Shores. So it's going to be a night to remember.
Yeah. Is this the first time at Pedro?
To my knowledge, yeah. It's always been at Lion Center, and then I know at the Westin Hotel for several years. So to my knowledge, this is the first time there.
So the theme is
Starlit Shores.
What's behind that?
So I'll tell you
name?
exactly what the organization has, and it's celebrating the beauty, elegance, culture, and spirit of the Cayman Islands. And of course, we're by Pedro, beautiful Caribbean sea there, the glistening moon on the night of. It just makes sense.
So were you any part of selecting the contestants this year?
Not at all.
Oh.
Not at all. That's not my department. No, it's not my department. But it's not an easy job when you have a lot of beautiful young ladies, and not just beautiful, but intelligent young ladies vying for the crown. They all have different reasons. And as you said earlier, we have 3 of them here today, contestant number 1, 2, and 3. I won't call their names. I'll give them the chance to introduce themselves for the first time.
All right. So let's hear from the contestants. I'll start with this young lady right next to me. Tell us your name and what you're all about.
Okay, good evening. I am Haley Miles, 20 years old, representing the Radiant Capital, Georgetown, and I am contestant number 1.
All right, and who do we have here?
Hello, Cayman. I am Juliana Myers. I'm 21 years old, reigning from the beautiful West Bay. I am your contestant number 2.
And I assume you're number 3?
Yes. Good afternoon, Cayman, from the majestic and historic district of Bordentown. I'm 27-year-old Marlena Williams, and I am your contestant number 3.
Well, nice to have you here in the studio. Now, what moved you to be a contestant?
What mainly moved me to be a contestant is mainly because I want to be a representative for my community. I live in Windsor Park, and I want the next generation to see me as a big sister, and I want to use my voice to inspire others, not just, just to inspire and to do better than me.
And what moved you to become a contestant?
I decided to become a contestant because I am really passionate about youth empowerment, especially the next generation of Caymanians. I went down a journey that wasn't very traveled. I ended up dropping out of college to pursue real estate, and I was the youngest real estate agent at one point. So I want to encourage other young Caymanians to go ahead and follow their dreams, aim for the stars, and know that your circumstances cannot stop you from achieving whatever your dreams are.
And what motivated you?
There are endless amount of factors on my list, but I think the main thing is, besides the honor of being an ambassador of Cayman, it's a really huge way to give back and make a difference. I'm very passionate about self-development, and all of us are very accomplished young ladies, and each of our stories are gonna touch and connect with a different audience or different part of the population, and I just want to share my story with everyone.
So what have you been doing since you have been selected? What are some of the activities that you've been involved in?
So far, I have been advertising on my business account, Herrera Beauty, to help out young girls for the upcoming prom season who can afford professional makeup service. So I'm giving away 2 free makeup service to those 2 young girls. And also I've been doing community work for Windsor Park and, being around with the kids, playing basketball with them, and just having a nice time.
So have you been doing things with the Miss Universe committee?
Yeah. Yes, we have so far. We have did runway, and for our platform for T21, we had visited them recently, and they were discussing about the Down syndrome and kids with special
and that's
needs.
the T21 Down syndrome.
Yes, right? Sir.
So what have you been involved in?
With the committee?
Yeah, or generally.
So in general, as I said, I am passionate about youth empowerment, so I have made it my aim prior to this to also do one-on-one mentoring as well as group mentoring. I recently last year did a speech to the Rise group of girls at John Gray, which was absolutely amazing. And so far, since our journey with Miss Universe has started, it has been absolutely jam-packed because we don't have much time until the contest this year. So it's been a lot of training. I just went shopping trying to get all of my outfits together, but it has been so fun.
And how about you?
Marlena speaking. So when it comes to what we've been doing with the committee, as Juliana said, our schedule has been jam-packed because they're just trying to prepare us as best as we possibly can be prepared for the competition in July. So we have been doing public speaking training, runway training, which entails how do we walk a specific way, choreography for the night of. What else have we? We have life coaching coming up. So they really try their best to make sure we're prepared for the big night.
Well, tell me some more about what you've actually been doing as far as the training. What have you received? What kind of training you received?
So for the training I've been receiving public speaking training from Leticia. She has been teaching me how to articulate myself better, take my time. And not only that, she also teach me how to do runway, like how to pose, how to walk with confidence, have my head high. And not only that, because this is a lot, it can be a lot for us mentally because of our schedule, she gave me advice of how to take deep breaths and just take it day by day.
And you?
So for training, we have honestly, it's been so fast. We just recently started in May, actually, so it has barely even been a month. And as the girls have mentioned, we've been doing runway training with Mariah Tibbetts. That has been an absolutely amazing experience for all of us together. And we have also been doing public speaking training with Miss Ingrid, so that also really helps. And I am really looking forward to the life coaching, which starts next week. So it's been really fun all together, and I'm looking forward to the growth development in this as well.
Has this been more intense than what you thought?
I would say not really. I kind of expected it, but at the same time, what really shocked me was usually the pageant can be in August. There has been a few years where it is sooner, and this year I think all of us were a bit caught off guard because it is in July this year. So I would say we are trying to get as much in as we can to prepare us for the night ahead.
How about the other two? Were you surprised at how intense it's been?
Yes, I can agree with Juliana. It has been intense, and we have to take in the process as it is, little by little. We have to take it day by day.
Yes, for me, it has been. I do have experience in pageantry. I did Miss World in 2019. But with the work schedule, I work with Tartuga on the brands team. So having all of those activations and then, a demanding schedule with Miss Universe as well, it's a challenge to balance, but I'm getting there. I have a support system and a team, and the girls are also very encouraging.
Now, Leanne, pageantry these days is much more than just being a pretty girl, right?
Absolutely.
Tell us about how that's changed from years ago.
The word that I feel like you'll hear often, maybe not in here today, but in general, is having a voice. And being a female, sometimes we feel like we can't utilize that, but this platform allows you to see the power that you have within yourself beyond just your external. There's that internal that you have, your mindset, and how you can use that to make an impact within our community. So using that voice and being able to make change, as you heard some of them already mention, is a very key element of being in a pageant. It's about getting out into the community and seeing how can I make it better than I found it.
Now, was there any particular reason that T21 was chosen as was it calling it a main platform?
So I'm not specifically sure about the reason behind the choice of platform this year. That's something the committee members would have to confirm with you. However, each year a different platform is selected for each all the contestants for that year. So for my year it was bullying, and last year I believe it was heart congenital disease, a nonprofit that dealt with that. And then this year they have T21, which is focused with persons with disabilities. So it changes every year, and it allows the girls to really understand the different NPOs that we have here, what goes on in our community, and then, like I said, ultimately how they can give back through their own personal platforms or just in general.
So does each contestant have her own platform?
Usually, previous years, I know that we had our own, and then you had the pageant platform. So you have to find a balance in what it is that I'm passionate about personally, what I want to work on and hone in during that time. But then I also have a responsibility for the pageant platform. So usually girls balance the two.
So do you all each have an individual platform?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So tell me about it.
So my individual platform is women and young girls empowerment. And the main reason why I choose this platform, because I feel like nowadays we are so divided in our community as women. We are so divided. And I want to bring an awareness of us coming together and true camaraderie, and to spread awareness that we all can do this together. We don't have to separate ourselves. Yeah. And I just want to be a safe haven for women to come and speak to me about whatever problems, like the T21. Like, I want those kids, I want those kids to come to me and be as a big sister role so I can give guidance. So.
And what's your platform?
As I previously mentioned, my platform is youth empowerment, and what inspired me to get into this is, as I said, I took a leap of faith getting into real estate at 19 years old. It could have really been sooner. And even prior to that, I dabbled a little bit in car work. I worked at Kitesurf Cayman. And I feel like young Caymanians, especially with difficult circumstances, kind of struggle. They'll have a dream, they'll have goals, but they believe that they can't achieve them. So I want to be an example and show them that it is possible to achieve your dreams. Nothing can stop you, and you're not your circumstances.
And what's your platform?
My platform is centered around the environment, the various different ways and things that we could just do to conserve our island. We only have one Cayman, and it's so beautiful, and it's one of our treasures. So I think that's very important, and that affects us all as a population.
Now, do you all go out and actually actively crusade for these different things that you've told me about?
Yes, I have. On my business account, I always spread affirmation. Like earlier today, I was in the group chat saying, guys, you can do this. Don't feel scared. Don't feel nervous. So I have been advocating for what I'm representing.
How about you?
So within the last year, I have made it one of my goals to further mentor kids. And previously mentioned before as well, I also did a presentation to the Rise group of girls at John Gray, which I didn't have back in my day. So I'm really glad they have that now. I know they had Boys to Men. So this is kind of like a female version of that, which I was so happy to be a part of. And I've done individual mentoring as well. I hope to continue these as well, and also join in with other charities, which is still in the works at the moment, but I really look forward to continuing inspiring the next generation of Caymanians.
And have you been out crusading for environmental reform?
Yes, I have. I just moved back to Ireland 5 months ago from university, so I haven't been as heavily involved, but especially through work, Tortuga supports a lot of these environmental initiatives. So I have been participating in that way when my schedule allows.
What are some of the things you'd like to see happen in Cayman as far as the environment?
I would love to see a lot more collaboration happening with the different initiatives. Obviously, they have different goals, like Sustainable Cayman. They'll do mangrove replanting, and then you have another initiative where, you know, we pick up trash and clean up the beaches. It would be nice to just kind of see how multiple things could like come together and make a bigger impact.
So I guess you were pleased with it when the government said they're going to be banning single-use plastic.
That is definitely an issue in Cayman, especially not having infrastructure where we could recycle things here on island.
So, even if you don't get the crown, what do you hope to learn and gain from being in this contest?
Even if I don't get the crown, I want this to be as an experience. I want to grow in confidence. And also, this community offer a sisterhood, and I'm glad that I made friends. You know, we really need that support for each other throughout this competition. And even if I don't win, I still going to continue supporting my community, being a voice for out there for the kids, for the young girls, the women, and I'm still going to advocate for what's right for everyone.
And what do you hope to gain?
So this isn't my first pageant either, and I know throughout the journey it is really heavy on self-development, which was my favorite part of my last pageant. I feel like I grew so much in that, and I hope the same for this pageant as well. As Haley said, we have a great sisterhood, and we're all really great friends already. I would still even hope to continue advocating, and I think one of the biggest parts in this pageant will be networking. So even if I don't walk away with a crown, I would happily take those connections to further help the younger generation.
And what would you like to take away from it?
I mentioned previously that I'm very big on self-development, so that's obviously, you know, one of the things that we'll take away. But even if I don't win the crown, or, you know, there's a lot that pageantry does with the training and all that. Like, all the skills we learn during preparation we'll take with us. I'll continue to, you know, strive and stand up for the initiatives that I believe in and I support. Yeah.
So how long have you actually been involved with it now?
Barely a month.
Barely a month.
Yeah.
So, do you feel like you've already grown in that short space of time from what you've been experiencing? You've grown as a young lady.
Even though it has been a short period of time, I feel like there's more growth. For me personally, I feel like there's more growth and more improvements. So I can't really say much there because it's a short period, but I can say the committee is very helpful into getting us together, bringing our voices together, and advocating for what is right for our platforms. So,
do you feel you all have developed and grown in the short period of time you've been there already?
I would definitely say yes. Although it has been less than a month, we've already had a few training sessions, as we mentioned, and those have been great. Even though I have prior experience, I'm still learning new things, which I love as well. And yeah, I just think it's amazing really how much we can learn in such a short period of time. They are trying to get as much in as possible as soon as possible. So we've been taking full advantage and trying to learn as best as we can.
Yes, definitely. Definitely outside of the training, just managing a very busy and hectic schedule. This is the busiest I've ever been in my life. So definitely a learning curve as well.
So you're learning a lot about time management, I
Yes,
guess.
so much. Like, you think you have it down packed, and then your schedule becomes 2 times as busy as it was, and it's like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So has the work just begun?
Oh Lord, hold tight. Well, yeah, the work always continues, and it really stems to what is your why. If you really have a true reason and you're passionate about this particular journey, the work will continue always, because your intention is always going to be to continue to work and to continue to contribute and to give back, like all the things that they've already said. But if you don't see it that way, then you're just going to hold on and go wherever the wave takes you. So it really is the mindset and the approach behind it for each of them individually.
So what are some of the things you got coming up publicly?
So we do have the sashing ceremony. Are you ladies excited?
Yes. What's that? The sashing?
So you can think of it as an opportunity for them to showcase their sponsors, whoever they have as their sponsor for their time throughout this journey that is going to support them financially. Sometimes it's in kind, maybe it's services, makeup services, clothes, you name it, they're going to need it, makeup, whatever it is. So it's an opportunity for them to showcase the sponsor on a sash. They're going to officially be sashed at the National Gallery, and the date is June the 5th. So that's very soon, and it's going to be at 6:30 p.m. Starlit Shores, of course, is the theme. And like I said, it's an opportunity for them to realize that they are more than just who they are right now in the flesh. They're going to be representing a company, representing Miss Universe Cayman Islands, the Cayman Islands, everything. You are embodying a company and being their representative and an ambassador. So the role almost truly begins at that point, because now you're sashed and you're claimed as somebody else's.
So the public is invited to this?
Yes, of course. Yeah, they can purchase tickets. And even for the show, the tickets are already online. So I'll make sure I'm getting it right, but it's Ticket Plus and then Funky Monkey. So early bird tickets are currently on $60 for general admission and $125 for VIP.
Okay, and all that is online?
One is online. Right. So the Ticket Plus is online. And then Funky Monkey is Governor Square.
All right. And then I imagine you're going to be having some other public things going on between now and July. Right?
Yeah, of course. They're going to have the motorcade, which is always fun. They're going to be in some Jeeps, driving around Cayman. So that's going to be a really good time for them to see the public on the road, literally. Yeah. Get to wave and feel that real queen moment and to showcase who they are.
You have to get the wave down.
Get the wave down. Get some honks in. So it's going to be a fun time. But they have other activities leading up. But those are that's the two main for sure. And then obviously the final night.
All right. That's in July. July what?
July the 11th.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, we have the three other young ladies that are going to be in this contest. We have to take a break, and we'll meet them right after the break. Young ladies, thank you for coming on. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. We'll be right back.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning. Ouch! When it comes to urgent care, every second counts. At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
Explore your history. Explore your land. Explore your sister islands, the ultimate staycation experience. Your culture, your freedom, the land that time forgot isn't gone. It's your sister islands.
Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
Cineco's parametric insurance after hurricanes is now available for motor policies. Fixed automatic payouts cover incidental vehicle expenses like fuel, cleanup, and minor repairs. No claims, no damage required. $200 for comprehensive policies or $100 for third-party policies. Available exclusively through Cineco and included with all new motor insurance policies and upon renewal for current policies. Visit cineco.ky today. Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
Cayman Art Week is back and bigger than ever, with art on show at over 50 venues across all three islands from Tuesday the 26th to Sunday the 31st of May. From one-off pop-ups and creative collaborations to open studios and late-night gallery hours, all events are free and there's art on sale for every budget. Join a guided bus tour or visit at your own pace. You'll find everything you need to know at CaymanArtWeek.com.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back. And this afternoon, we're meeting the 6 young ladies who will be vying for the privilege of wearing the title of Miss Universe Cayman Islands. And the contest is coming up in July. We just met 3 of those 6, and now we're going to be meeting the other 3 young ladies that will be in the contest. And let's go right ahead, and we'll start with this young lady here, and you can tell us who you are.
Hello, Cayman. I am 24 years old, Elizabeth Jackson, from the vibrant and
very exotic district of Bodden Town.
Good afternoon, Cayman. I am 26-year-old Tamika Cox, hailing from the heartbeat of the Cayman Islands, the gorgeous district of Georgetown.
And at the end there.
Hi, my name is Micaiah Moody. I am 20 years old and I am representing the beautiful district of Northside, the best side.
The best side.
Best
I
side.
like that. I like how you big up your districts. Though.
Yeah. And can I say, I feel it's been a while that we had somebody from Northside.
Really?
Yeah, my year didn't have last year. Last year. I take it back. Best side. Go ahead. But it's been, my year didn't have, so I was thinking there wasn't. But it's nice to see somebody from the Eastern District coming in as well, because it's usually Georgetown and West Bay, I find, and Bodden Town as well. Yes. So, welcome.
Well, let's find out what motivated you, young ladies, to be in this contest.
Well, I would like to leave a legacy of impact, and this is something that I try to do throughout my daily life by encouraging others, being involved in community initiatives, and just being a light wherever I go. So being in this pageant is going to help me develop the skills such as public speaking, gathering my thoughts to deliver what I want to say eloquently. So that's what encouraged me to enter this pageant.
And what motivated you to be a contestant?
Tamika speaking. I'm motivated by my purpose. I'm passionate about youth empowerment, particularly in the areas of education and career development. I'd love to represent Cayman on an international stage, and I'd use the platform to ensure that I see young Caymanians succeed.
And what was your motivation?
So my motivation, Micaiah speaking, sorry. My motivation to join the pageant was to show the younger generation, not just the younger generation, but Caymanians who struggle, who are not financially able, who needs a voice as well, especially if they struggle mentally as well, to show them that where you start does not determine where you finish, and you can come out of whatever hole you think you can't come out of, and you can rise to the top. And I'm going to use my platform to uplift and empower the younger generation as well.
So that is your platform for this contest?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And what's your platform?
My platform is youth empowerment, particularly in the areas of education and career development.
And yours?
My platform is also youth empowerment through education. And some of the initiatives that I am involved in are Literacy is for Everyone. I am a member of that organization, and Bite-Sized Kindness, which aim to improve the lives of those in our community.
So what are some of the things you both of you mentioned, youth empowerment? What would you like to see the young people of Cayman being empowered more to be able to achieve?
I can start with that question. This is Tamika speaking. I'd love to see young Caymanians make the most of all the opportunities available to them. I had the opportunity to study overseas in New Zealand. I studied law and accounting, and I worked as a banking and finance lawyer. So I'd love to utilize my professional experience to empower the children and the young people of Cayman to make the most of those opportunities, whether that's to go overseas, if that's to do trade, and then come back and contribute positively to Cayman.
And how about you as far as youth empowerment?
I hope to share my story. So I am a college dropout. I was also in the bottom set for most of my school career, and I didn't allow the setbacks in my life to deter me from following my dreams. So I'm an accomplished individual today. I struggled with self-doubt and anxiety that really hindered my progress. But thankfully, I had a lot of mentors and individuals in my life who pushed me and empowered me to believe in myself when I didn't believe in myself. So I want to be that for the young people in Cayman. I want them to know that they are capable and they are just so special, and they're able to do whatever they put their mind to.
So what have you been doing since you were accepted as a contestant? as far as the activities with the organization and so forth, or even in the wider community?
So, I am a member of Literacy is for Everyone, which is an organization that aims to improve the literacy rate across Cayman. So every Tuesday, I volunteer at West Bay Primary School, Sir John A. Cumber Primary School, and I do one-on-one reading with the kids and encourage them and uplift them with their reading. I'm also a member of Bite Size Kindness, which is Cayman's first dental charity, and we provide access to dental care for those who in the community who aren't able to afford it otherwise. Other than that, I'm an avid member of the society. I'm involved in beach cleanups, charity walks and runs, and yeah, that's what I'm involved in the community.
Yeah. Since beginning the pageant, we've been preparing for pageant night, of course, but I think it's really important that the purpose and our why is at the forefront of everything that we do. We had the opportunity to meet with T21, and this is the pageant platform this year. It's around advocating for people with Down syndrome or different abilities. It's all about inclusion, education, and support, and that could be financial support as well. And then for my personal platform around youth empowerment, I've been working to see how I can connect my professional network to youth of Cayman.
And how about you? What have you been up to?
So I have been heavily involved with the community through Inspire Cayman training. They were the ones that also helped me find my career path as well. They're a huge support system. We have raised fundraising for those that struggle in Jamaica with the impact of Melissa. We have also been involved with Caymanians who struggle financially as well. The activities that we have been doing for the pageant, which would be runway training, speech as well with Miss Ingrid Miller. And we also have T21. We're collaborating with T21. That is our platform as well.
So were you surprised at how intense this whole experience is as far as the training and getting to know what you have to do and so forth?
I would say most definitely. I did not know the mechanics of just simply walking, how we have to engage our core, but it's all come as a wonderful surprise, and I've been enjoying every moment of it, getting to know the girls, and our coaches are amazing, Mariah Tibbetts and Miss Ingrid. It's really been a great experience so far.
I personally wasn't surprised. I think the role of Miss Cayman is such an important role, and you have to be well prepared to carry the crown and ensure that we can carry out the mission, whether that's our personal platform, Youth Empowerment, of course, that I will continue to do, and the pageants platform as well.
Were you surprised at how intense this is?
I was surprised. I knew that the pressure was real, but I didn't know that the pressure was that intense. We have a short amount of time to prepare ourselves for the station, pageant night. So with that, it's crunched, when you look at the schedule, we're like, oh, okay, we're working, we can make this work out, and then boom, the next day something else adds on. So it's a matter of time management, trying to be flexible as well, and then having a support system that also supports you, and understanding people as well. But this is very surprising. It's very shocking.
So tell us a little bit about what the ladies have to go through as far as in preparation.
They have to go through different, as they said, the runway training, public speaking, Q&A is a big part of the night, of the final night. So they have to be on stage and answer that one question that, the room almost feels like it goes silent, and
It'll make you or break you.
Yeah, that's it. And you just have to have it. If you don't, life goes on. But of course, you want to do well. So that's another big part of it that they have to get prepared for. Judges interview. It might be on the day of the pageant. It might be the day before. It changes. It alternates. But either way, they have to meet with each of the judges, share their story, just like they're doing here. And it's just a conversation. Is how I like to tell the ladies, just think of it as they're just getting to know you. That's all. Don't overthink it. So just be natural, organic. So those are different areas that they have to cover throughout the whole pageant journey.
And those questions that are asked as part of the contest, I mean, they can come from any direction, right?
Any angle. It could be about Cayman. It could be about something international. You just have to be ready. And that's one of the things that they try to let us know is get well versed with what's happening in the world. Don't just think Cayman, think beyond. For example, AI, think of artificial intelligence. That's not just a Cayman thing, that's a global thing. So get acquainted with what's happening beyond our shores.
Yeah. So what, you've been listening to the news a lot more, or what? How do you get ready for that?
Well, I've been using Compass Media. Honestly, social media is such an amazing tool that we can use to our advantage nowadays. So Compass Media, Compass TV, looking at their socials. I try to at least, check their socials every day just to see what's going on and stay well versed.
How do you keep up with what's happening currently?
It's by checking multiple different news sources, watching past Q&A from different pageants, particularly the Miss Universe one,
You're
the
really
Miss Ireland one, and then of course going to the trainings and making the most of those opportunities.
How are you being aware of what's going on?
So we have social media, we have Instagram, we have Cayman Compass as well. We also have the community, the people. News goes around pretty fast as well. We also have Cayman Maru. We have everything 345. We also have the news as well. We have the news, so we are connected to the outside world as well. Let's see. Within the committee, we are also aware of what happens, events as well, people that are affected, and so forth.
All right, we have to take a little break here, but we'll be right back.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
Freedom, Cayman Brack. Freedom, Little Cayman. Soft breezes, blue waters, no traffic. Unwind and rejuvenate your mind, body, and soul. Sister Island Staycations, a taste of freedom. Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
The best foundation you can wear is glowing, healthy skin. The offices of dermatologist Dr. Wayne Porter specialize in enhancing your skin's well-being. Whether you're seeking advanced skincare, including any skin cancers, Botox, filler, cosmetic skin enhancements, or simply looking to reduce wrinkles, Dr. Porter offers a full-service dermatology and dermatological surgery practice. For more information, email drportercayman@gmail.com or call 946-9020. That is 946-9020.
It's here. Multi-year trade and business licenses are now available. You heard right. You can apply for TBLs up to 5 years. Save time, reduce paperwork, and focus on growing your business. Apply online at dci.gov.ky. Apply for your multi-year trade and business licenses today.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back, and we're talking to our second group of Miss Universe Cayman Islands contestants, which the contest will be coming up in July. And ladies, introduce yourself once again. Who do we have here?
I am 24 years old, Elizabeth Jackson from the vibrant district of Baden Town.
Good afternoon, Cayman. I am 26-year-old Tamika Cox from the heartbeat of the Cayman Islands, the gorgeous district of Georgetown.
And from North Side.
The best side. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Micaiah Moody, and I am 20 years old. And likewise, I am from North Side, the best side.
Right. I think they missed their contestant number, so you want people to know which contestant you are.
Contestant number 6.
Contestant number 5, Tamika Cox.
Contestant number 4.
Okay. So why was that number important for people to know?
Because that's their stamp for who they are. And if you want to vote for them online, if you don't know their name, you can know their number, for example. Yeah. Contestant number such and such.
Tell me about that, voting online. What's that about?
So there's usually a People's Choice that comes around every year. So, like I said, I don't know the ins and outs fully. Miss Derry and the committee can help you elaborate on that. But there's usually a People's Choice, and people can go online and vote for the young ladies, and they're awarded on the night of for getting the most votes. And it can come with some prizes, of course, but bragging rights too. So.
And that is Leanne Powery, former Miss Cayman Islands. Yeah. What was it?
Leanne Powery, Miss. You said 19? Are you more than 19? Let me correct that. Leanne Powery, Miss Universe Cayman Islands 2023 to 2024. Not
2023. Okay, sorry. So as a former Miss Cayman Islands, do you give them some little coaching tips?
Yeah, for those who come and seek help. I don't speak to all of them or know all of them personally. Some of them, this is the first time that I've met them, but some have reached out, expressed their desire to get additional help. I always try to encourage young girls, young ladies that are entering pageants, get more coaching. The more, the better. If you can have multiple coaches in different areas, it's better for you. So don't think that, that's too much, or I might get distracted or conflicted with different ideas of what I should do on stage. It's just a different tool in your toolbox. So I try to let them know, get as much as you can, get the versatility, be adaptable.
From your experience, what is the great thing about going through this contest, whether you win the crown or not?
I guess I can only answer from winning, so I don't know the other side, and I say that humbly. But I think ultimately for me, and everyone will have a different why, but it's always being an ambassador for Cayman. I've done it through sports. I've done it in everything that I do. On socials, whatever I can do, Cayman is always to the forefront. So I just wanted to be an ambassador in this particular space. And I wanted to also tap into my femininity. And I felt that was, I know that was absolutely achieved. So that was my why. And I knew that it was the direction that I was heading. So it was an intentional mindset, like I said earlier in the other group. So you just have to know your why.
So did you come out of all of that, a more confident person?
Yeah, I was confident before. I don't feel like I've ever had that insecurity, and I don't say that to make anyone feel less than, but I've always knew who I was. I know who I am. I'm a child of God. I represent all those things. But I feel the pageant allowed me to have an additional platform to utilize that confidence and to channel it into a different direction. So like I said, I grew up being a tomboy and being rough and tough. But this pageant, I can now walk better in heels. I feel more like a woman when I walk in. I'm like, oh, there she is. And I surely didn't have that before. So like I said, my mind was in that space and I was able to maneuver through that. And you have to be aware that that's the direction you want to take.
So you have a public function coming up, was it next week?
So we have the sashing ceremony, that's June the 5th, and it's where these young ladies will be sashed by their sponsor, whoever that may be. They're in negotiation with those persons now as we speak, and those individuals help them to get their finances sorted, whether it's in-kind services or through cash or through money, and it allows them to be able to get the services that they need to be prepared throughout the journey, and not just for final night, but of course, especially for final night.
So that when we see that someone is sponsored, they have committed to taking on the expenses of that person in this contest?
Maybe not necessarily the entire expense list, but a majority. It just depends. They have to negotiate with what that person or what that organization is willing to give. And like I said, then on that night of sashing, they'll publicly receive the sash in front of a crowd saying, I am publicly letting you know that I'm committed to this company as my sponsor, and I represent them.
So that's going to be what, at National Gallery?
Correct, National Gallery. So the 5th of June, 6:30 p.m. National Gallery.
So you have to get tickets to come to that?
Yeah, so that's also available too. Let me get back to the pageant night. I know the tickets are on Ticket Plus, or did I get that right? Let's make sure I got that right. Ticket Plus and Funky Monkey. So I'm not entirely sure. Maybe the ladies could help. Do you know about ticket sales being available yet, or you're not too?
I believe that the sashing is a free event.
Yes.
See, I apologize to the public if I said it was paid for, but the final night is definitely, there's a cost. And I think you're right, yes, that it is a free event at National Gallery. So yes, the public is welcome to attend and to witness the action of the sashing.
Yeah. So ladies, regardless of the outcome, what do you hope to take away from being involved in this contest?
Regardless of the outcome, I've gotten to know all of these ladies pretty well, so I feel that all of them would make great ambassadors for Cayman. And regardless of the outcome, I'm taking this as a learning experience to develop myself and refine myself. So I know for sure I'm going to leave this competition a better person that I entered, so that in itself is going to be a win.
Okay. And what do you hope to take away?
I think there's a lot of personal development run from this, but I think the most important thing comes down to the purpose. I hope to inspire young people of Cayman to chase their dreams and get a good education, do well in their careers, and live a successful life. And I'd just like to represent Cayman on an international stage. But of course, we've been really lucky with the pageant sisterhood. There are great friendships made here. The committee's been excellent. The coaches are fabulous. So yeah, lots of personal growth, but also leaving a positive impact on Cayman.
And what do you hope to take away?
I hope to take away, empowerment, more self-aware, more feminine as well. Learn to walk proper in heels. I would also use the platform that I'm in, let's say even if I don't win, but to use it to bring awareness to young Caymanians that struggle mentally, financially, don't have a support system as well, show them resilience as well, and help to take them out of that hole, to provide a safe space for them.
What would you say to young ladies about being involved in this as someone who's been through it?
I sound like a broken record, but know your why. Know your why. If you're coming in for the scholarship and you know that's what you want, that's your why. If you know you want to be an ambassador for the Cayman Islands, that's your why. If you want to be more feminine, get glammed up and dress up and look sparkly and nice on stage and go out to events, that's your why. There's no discrimination against that. There's no condemning you. You just have to find what that is that feels right for you and follow that. And I think, and I spoke to them outside of the room, ultimately try to really form a sisterhood that's genuine. You heard some of them mention the relationships that they've built already. Take that with you. Don't think of this is a competition. Yes, it is, but you can still clap for others and win. So I want them to also take that away. Don't see it as an opportunity to hate on another girl or to tear another girl down. You can clap for her and you could still win. And I'm not talking about winning the crown. I mean in any other area of your life. So try
the whole experience.
The whole experience. And you can clap for others and celebrate others while you're doing your thing. And if they have something that you want, use it as inspiration. Don't use it to be, as I say, a hater. Just be inspired. Just be inspired.
Did you all know each other before getting involved?
I did a fashion show with Marlena maybe 10 years ago, so I know her from modeling.
So, go ahead.
Oh, I know Juliana. We share mutual cousins. Cayman. This is Cayman.
So, but you bonded in the short time that you been involved.
Yes, I think we're all on this journey together, and we all want to uplift each other and make the most of this experience.
You mentioned the scholarship. Tell us a little bit about that, what you can.
What I can is, I don't fully know, but usually there's a scholarship that's offered. So for my year, I got a 4-year scholarship, and I'm currently able to use that for my studies. So I'm assuming the same will be for these young ladies. there's an opportunity to go off and study after you complete your year being Miss Cayman. Of course, you won't utilize it during your reign, but after you can use it for whatever studies you choose to. So that's one of the biggest perks. It used to be a car at one time. Everybody wanted a car. You got a car. Scholarship was there as well too.
You
but
do a
now-
lot more with the scholarship, I guess. As far as your life is.
Yeah, true. Yes. So those are some of the perks that come with it. And then there's a lot of sponsored gifts that come as well. There's so many packages and so many different prizes on the night of. So the girls would get an array of things to choose from, and they can utilize to either continue after using for being a influencer. I don't know if you know the term influencer.
I'm not. Yeah. Even though I said 19, I know what an influencer is.
Sure. But they might use that to go down that path, a more creative path, or they might want to continue down the path of community impact. There's so many options. You just have to know what you want to use and go for it.
All right, so we're coming down to the end of the line here. Let's make sure our audience knows when this is all going to happen, the big night.
Yes. So the big night is July the 11th. It's at Pedro St. James, the birthplace of democracy in Bordentown. And these lovely young ladies will be representing the theme Starlit Shores by the beautiful Caribbean Sea that is by Pedro, the glistening waves and, the moonlight and everything shining down. So it's going to be a good night outdoors, and looking forward to seeing who the next queen will be.
Yes, I'm sure the whole Cayman
Yeah.
is waiting to find out who the new queen will be.
Yes.
Well, ladies, thank you so much for coming in the studio, and I wish you all the luck. And, enjoy the experience.
That's important. Enjoy the experience.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
All right, it's 2:00, and we have to see what's making headlines.
Information, entertainment, inspiration.
Covering Grand Cayman, Little Cayman, Cayman Brac.
Since 1976 till now.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.
From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines.
The headline news is brought to you by Kirk Market.
With your latest headlines, I'm Elizabeth Charles. May is Stroke Awareness Month, and the Alzheimer's and Dementia Association of the Cayman Islands is inviting the public to a special presentation titled Let's Talk About Strokes. The event takes place on Thursday, May 28th at 7 p.m. at Seafarers Hall, 11 Victory Avenue in Prospect. Organizers say 2 neurologists from Health City Cayman Islands will lead the session, focusing on stroke types, risk factors, and recovery. A light meal will be served before the presentation. The event is hosted by the Alzheimer's and Dementia Association of the Cayman Islands, and for more information, you can call 924-4170. In international news, researchers in Europe are turning to artificial intelligence to design metamaterials that mimic the stiffness and shock-absorbing properties of bone, a combination normally seen as defying the usual rules of physics. Using machine learning models, they generated auxetic metamaterial designs that could help artificial hips stay snug against the femur and last longer under the stress of millions of steps each year. In other news, Indian conglomerates are ramping up overseas takeovers as growth at home slows, according to a BBC report. The trend matters because Indian firms spent more than $18 billion on outbound acquisitions in 2025, a 34% jump from the previous year. Recent deals include Sun Pharmaceuticals' $11.75 billion purchase of U.S.-listed Organon and Tata Motors' $4.4 billion acquisition of Italian vehicle maker Iveco. Those are the latest headlines. I'm Elizabeth Charles.
www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back, and let's take a look at the weather. It's currently 86 degrees here in Georgetown. It feels like 96. We can expect afternoon showers, and sunset is at 5:48. Sorry, looking at the wrong thing. 6:56 this evening. The sun will set. Maybe we can see it, maybe not, because maybe it'll be kind of cloudy out there. And let's see what the forecast for this evening is going to be about. Tonight, we can expect occasionally cloudy skies with a 60% chance of showers and isolated thunderstorms after midnight. Temperatures will fall near the mid to upper 70s. Winds will be east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots. Seas running at 3 to 5 feet. And let's see here. We got some weather moving in here. The outlook is for scattered showers and occasional thunderstorms throughout the next few days, as high moisture content lingers over the Northwest Caribbean and becomes enhanced by the aforementioned upper-level trough. Winds and seas are expected to increase from Tuesday morning, becoming moderate to occasionally rough as the pressure gradient continues to tighten over the region. A small craft advisory will be in effect thereafter. So boaters, please note that. Small craft advisory coming up. And let's see, we have I think we have a guest waiting outside. All right, let's take a call, and then we've got our guest in here. So let's go to that caller. Good afternoon. You're on the air.
Yes, hello.
Yes, my friend.
I call you to congratulate you on the interview, man. You had really sound like one of those world-class interviewers on BBC, you know what I mean?
Well, thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, that really sound good, man. I like the girl that boosts up her district when she's in north side, the best side.
That's a good one, isn't it?
Yes, man. I really love that. I really love that.
That's a good slogan, man.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, Chalo, today you hear the young people more time talk about dreams, right?
Yeah.
Well, that really wasn't going on in my life when I was their age, you know. It was just hard work.
Yeah, people didn't speak about their dreams.
Yeah, right. But, Chalo, for 3 years, I watched a football team of young men in England coming second. For 3 years, Chalo, I watched them sometime. I say to myself, I just fed up with them because they can't win this thing and thing. But they won it. They won it, and they were crowned yesterday.
Yeah.
And here the prize money in the Chalo, 770 million prize money.
That's a lot.
I guess for some, dreams will really work out because they had dreams as well. Yeah, man. So, anyway, God bless the girls, man, and whatever happens, hope it'll be all good and fruitful.
Yeah, it sounds some very smart young ladies.
Yes, man. Make me feel good to be here, man. Anyway,
all right.
Yeah, good.
You take care.
Yeah, man.
Well, the Vibes Cartel concert is scheduled to take place at the end of the month here, but not if my next two guests have their way about it. Joining me in the studio now are Romello Welcome, and I'm not sure who the other lady is who just came in with you.
Ethel Jackson.
Ethel Jackson. And they have a petition going to block the Vibes Cartel concert that is scheduled to take place, and they're joining me now to tell us why they think that he should not be allowed to perform here. Welcome to the studio. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having us.
So, why? First of all, is this the same petition that we heard about some weeks ago?
Yes. Yes. This petition has over a month out, a month and more out, and we have had 434 signatures thus far through the petition on media, but we also have tons of other signature with literature going around.
Mm-hmm. So, why did you all decide that you wanted to block this concert?
The character of this young man, his music, is extremely, extremely vulgar. He tends to use Jesus and women parts in the same sentence, and it doesn't uplift our communities, it doesn't uplift our culture or young people. What example is it setting for them? We have a lot of pedophiles going on, cases going on around the island. We have a lot of molestations. We have a lot of crimes are happening, and this concert tends to promote drugs, violence, along with discussing the parts of a female, and what does it benefit our community? How does it uplift? We have, for example, Boys to Men, who are doing a tremendous job. How does that help? How does this influence coming into this island helps these young men?
Well, apparently, a lot of people here in Cayman want to hear him.
That's unfortunate.
Just bring that mic over. Either one.
Chalo,
Yes, sir?
Mr. Glidden, sorry. I would say that that's very unfortunate for how many people to want him to come here. I think it's very unfortunate. That's what I would say. And
You got to keep the mic close to you, though.
our young people all over the world and here are in crisis. They're in crisis. The drugs, the alcohol, the fast cars. Mm-hmm. I was just looking on a video on YouTube, and a girl in Canada, young girl, she was there pleading for her generation of young people. They're in crisis. They're in crisis. They're going through puberty. And what are they doing? Trying to help them, they say. And they are giving them puberty blockers. They're giving them surgery when these poor children need a foundation of love and good guidance. And our children here are in crisis too. What has happened around the world? Religion has failed them. Homes have failed them. The education system has failed them. And if children don't get a good foundation from the Bible, I don't care who disagrees with me. If they don't get a good foundation from the Bible, they can be at sea and drifting. What is it? You know the saying? If you don't fall for something,
if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything.
If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. That's what's happening to our young people.
So, do you believe that you still have a chance of actually blocking this? I mean, the government has said we're going to let him come. Here are some restrictions. You can't say this. You can't do this. You think you can still get the government to block this?
I am extremely disappointed in our government because at the end of the day, why wasn't this young man processed through our immigration? Why they hopped over to cabinet and cabinet approved it. And I really thought that we had some spiritual minded people, ministers in cabinet, but I guess I was wrong, because why do we have the immigration system in play if they're just going to hop over to cabinet and cabinet's going to approve it? Why didn't the procedures went through cabinet? I'm sorry, through immigration, instead of going directly to cabinet? That's why we have an immigration system in play to do these procedures. So in other words, then we don't need an immigration department. Cabinet will do everything. No, for the island to function, each entity needs to play their part, and nobody should be stepping on anybody's toes to get things done or to get favors done. Absolutely not. And what's so disappointing is that an FOI was done. I was hoping that we would have had 3 done by today, and got 3 answers back today. But we learned that $25,000 from one ministry alone was granted to Vibes Cartel Promotion to come here. Oh my gosh, that is so hurtful. It really hurts, because as someone who have been begging for a seniors bus to take my seniors around Cayman for so many years, and we still without a seniors bus, but yet $25,000, and I'm pretty sure each ministry gave 25. And I'm learning this I'm seeing the 3 logos on the flyer. So 3 ministries, and I'm pretty sure 25,000 each ministry. I want to be pretty sure.
So you did a FOI and that's how you found out about the 25?
Yes, an FOI was done, and only one ministry came back with 25,000. So if one ministry came back with 25,000, I'm pretty sure the other 2 ministries came back with 25. Because I asked Chief Officer yesterday how much funds was granted from tourism. He said that he don't know because they have their own budget.
So it was the department.
The department have their own budget. But at the end of the day, I thought that Chief Officer would have to sign off on whatever the department is spending.
Well, I think once they have the budget, they can, spend it as they see fit.
But at the end of the day, Charlo, we have so many seniors in the Cayman Islands living in deplorable condition. Homes are ready to drop down over them. Extremely deplorable conditions. That wasted money that they took to support Vibes Cartel could have go towards our seniors, could have go towards some seminar of education seminar for our children. It could have go towards uplifting our community, doing things in our community. What you call it now when you when you have a school with different groups of different
abilities.
Yes, I mean, it's so much. That money could have gone so much, for our people, to uplift our people. But things like that, we can't get them engaged in. I mean, spiritual things, educational things that will help our young people along, further their selves, further their education. And we can't seem to get that. But at the same time, it's like a conflict of interest, because one time you have our government is on there speaking about the well-being of our children and how they're doing so good, and then on the next hand they're bringing in these filthy, vulgar influencers into the island. So how are they how are they what kind of expectation are they looking? What kind of results are they looking from our children with this kind of attitude and behavior?
But isn't there a budget for the things that you want also?
No, sir. Not to my knowledge.
So you're saying that there's no budget for seniors to help seniors?
Well, I got a budget for my seniors through Ministry of Social Development. I got a budget for that. I put in for $31,000 for my seniors, and I got $25,000 for my seniors.
When you say your seniors, tell us about that.
Well, Cayman Action Committee, we do a lot for our seniors. We tries to get them out to come out from being alone at home. to spend some time. We do Mondays and Thursdays at TE Macfield Center, where they can come out and play games like dominoes, bingos, ludi, and do arts and craft. And then there's times that we go on field trips, like we would take them on tours around the island, go out to Stingray City, go do a fishing tournament once a year. We go overseas once a year. This year we went to the beautiful islands of Rattan, and they really enjoyed it. They really had an awesome time. We tend to go to Stingray City, swim with the dolphins. We come together and put on events for our seniors. We also do Valentine's Day every year. We take them, we have like 76 seniors out for Valentine's dinner, Christmas dinner, and we do like twice a year seniors breakfast at a restaurant. The aim is to get them active, to keep them active, to keep them out, coming out, communicating with one another. It tends to defeat dementia, Alzheimer's. We just into keeping their brains active.
So you do some very good work there. So you think that instead of making a contribution to this concert, that money should have been spent on something more like
the bus
the
that
kind
you
of
wanted,
work?
maybe?
Yep. I mean, as I said, for years I've been begging ministers for a seniors bus, and we can't get it. But look at how they're quick to donate $25,000 each from each ministry to this occasion. And at the end of the day, it is so annoying and disgusting to see and to learn. If you listen to this man radio, I don't think you would. I mean, his music on YouTube, which I send the ones that I found, I sent them on to the ministers. I said, listen to this. Listen to what you're bringing into our country. Oh, he cannot use foul language. Oh, he can't roam the island freely. You know, I found on YouTube as well where he was going to Barbados, and they put the same restrictions on him, and because they put the restrictions on him that he couldn't use foul language, he couldn't roam the island, that he didn't turn up. He didn't go. So they have him in court to get their money back. Okay, let's see if he's not going to turn up with the same restrictions. But at the end of the day, if our Caribbean countries have been banning this man because of his character, his literature, his songs and everything, why is it that Cayman Islands government felt that they had the need to accept him? Because what I was told by Premier and Deputy Premier is that he has a U.S. visa. So what? So what if he has a U.S. visa? He wants to come to visit the Cayman Islands. He is more than welcome to come and visit the Cayman Islands, but he should have not been allowed to come to the Cayman Islands and perform in the Cayman Islands with that kind of vulgarity, that kind of character, just motivating with guns, crime, sex, and murder. Oh, come on.
All right, we're going to hold up right there. I think we need to get in a break here. All right, we'll be right back.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Cineco's parametric insurance after hurricanes is now available for motor policies. Fixed automatic payouts cover incidental vehicle expenses like fuel, cleanup, and minor repairs. No claims, no damage required. $200 for comprehensive policies or $100 for third-party policies. Available exclusively through Cineco and included with all new motor insurance policies and upon renewal for current policies. Visit Cineco.ky today. Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
Congratulations to Radio Cayman on 50 remarkable years of service to the Cayman Islands. This milestone is not just a celebration of broadcasting, it's a celebration of trust, resilience, and unwavering commitment to our community. Congratulations on 50 years of excellence. Thank you for your service, and thank you for being Cayman's voice, strength, and steady presence. Radio Cayman will always be my number one.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back. And we're talking here about the Vibes Cartel concert that people are trying to block. And we do have a caller on the line. Let's take that call real quick. Good afternoon. You're on the air. Hello?
Good afternoon.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't know that the government was financing this concert.
Well, I don't know if they're financing it fully, but I doubt that is the case. But they apparently made a grant, or from the tourism, and I'm not sure what the other ministry is.
Ministry of Planning and Ministry of Social Development.
Well, as those ladies are saying, I mean, a concert like this, the government shouldn't have gotten involved in that.
Thank you.
Speaking about tourism, I mean, Cayman has become a country now where they don't fear God or choose to obey His commandments. They have Pirates Week was bad enough. Now they have carnivals, junior carnivals, encouraging children to join carnivals. Now they have Gay Pride, encouraging children to join that.
Well, I don't know if they're encouraging children to join or to be gay. I mean, there's.
Well, I see children in the Gay Pride parade. Okay.
Shame.
And
very unfortunate.
And now I see a lot of people now are just ignoring the old people. Don't want to listen to anything that the old people have to say.
True.
I'm going to just tell you the truth. Something terrible is going to happen to Grand Cayman. Something terrible is going to happen to that island. Thank you.
Lord help
All right. Take care.
God forbid.
Now,
May the good
what
Lord help
what
us.
do you say though to Caymanians who have told me, says, yeah, I'm gonna go hear Vibes Cartel. He's big star. I like what he does, and I'm gonna go enjoy myself. What do you say to them?
Well, I tell you what, Mr. Glidden, as I see it, I think that's very unfortunate. With all that, you hear the things that caller just mentioned? With all of that bad influence, negative influence, what the children, teenagers are seeing and hearing online, on YouTube, on the computers, and now this is adding more. So what do we expect out of our young people with all of this bad influence? They are going to absorb it, and then they're going to practice it. They're going to put it into their lifestyle. You see?
Well, I mean, these are adults I'm talking about.
Adults, but we're more based on our youth. We're more based on our youth, which we have a lot of youth that tends to get in problem with drugs and ends up in court and being influenced by others. How does this help our youth is my question. How does it help my youth respect respect a woman and not to do drugs, not to be with guns or use guns or into violence? How does that help? This is all this man sings about. Sex, guns, drugs, murdering people. This is what he sings about. What kind of influence do our government expect for our young children to take from this man? Is okay. So when we find our young children start behaving in that manner, then what? Oh, well, our government allowed it to happen. Then what?
I'm here. Mm-hmm. And it's beyond me. quite honestly, it's beyond me to understand why an adult person want to go and listen to that stuff, that vile, vulgar stuff. It's beyond me. What part of your mind you gonna store that in now, not for it to influence your life? I wonder, why do somebody need all of that vulgar, vile stuff to listen to? But you see, the dance hall music and all the...
It has quite a following.
Because the music, they get up there with their bodies half naked or however they do it, and all the dancing and the music, and it glorifies it. You see, to the eyes looking on there, the young people or whoever they be, it riles them up. It brings up some kind of spirit in them, and they're there enjoying it. It's beyond me to understand it, to tell you the truth.
Now, they would say that, well, you don't like it, but I like it, so I should be able to go and see this guy perform.
Charlotte, let me ask a question. What do you think are past MPs who are forefathers who built these beautiful islands, who fear God, which it doesn't seem like our MPs nowadays fear God. How you think they would feel, or what you think they would say if they was to come back and see that this is what's happening here in the
they would not even comprehend what is going on.
I know that's right.
You know, I mean, this is Cayman 2026. So, but we're running short on time. What's your plan now? What are you going to be doing with this petition?
Well, once we finalize our numbers, the plan is to take it into our governor, our deputy premier, and our premier, and we expect that they act on it and hear to the people. Put our youth in mind. We can't afford to lose our youth to any more crime, violence, any more pedophile cases in the Cayman Islands, any more sexual molestation here in the Cayman Islands, and this is all contributing to it. And it's sad. It is sad that it actually happened, because I expect more than this from our government. I really did. And I'm hoping and praying that they're listening and they take action what needs to be taken.
So when are you going to present that to them?
By the end of this week.
Yeah. All right. We are out of time. Miss Jackson, thank you so much for coming in and discussing this situation with us.
Thank you for having us.
Have a good afternoon.
You too.
Thank you.
It's time for me to take my exit. Thank you all for tuning in and calling in. Have a great afternoon. I'm Charles Glidden. One love.
Talk Today is brought to you by the Ministry of District Administration. Explore your history. Explore your land. Explore your sister islands. And Doctors Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital. Always there for you. Call 949-6066.